Hey everyone, welcome back to the bench and to another basic skills video. And in this video I thought we'd cover the art of wire wrapped eye loops. A perfect follow on after making your own head pins, because you need a head pin to make a wire wrapped eye loop. But before we get started, I'd just like to remind you all to please like, share, subscribe if you're really enjoying this. And if you're really loving these free workshops, maybe come on over to Patreon and show me some support there. Even if you sign up for the Buy Me a Cup of Coffee tier, all your support goes a long way. I'd just like to remind everybody that all the money I do make from Patreon, I'm just investing straight back into the channel. Everything goes back into this. I've just recently bought a new camera so we can set it up just at the end of the bench there, and we can do some soldering or bring in the soldering station for future projects. Nice one. Anyway, should we crack on and let's have a look and see what a wire wrap eye loop is. Let's have a bring this up, shall we? There we go. That's a wire wrapped eye loop. Very basic, isn't it, really? Just a simple loop and the wire wrapped round below. But it's another one of those things. It's like the eye loop. It's worth taking the time, spending that few minutes and making them all perfect, making them all the same size. Again, it's another one of those disciplines that will carry on into your work further down the line. But again, I'm another one of these people. I go to a craft fair and I will, like your eye loops, I'm going to look at your wire wrapped eye loops as well. I'm going to make sure they're all the same size. And also I will actually see if you take the effort to, especially when you're making a pair of earrings. So you wrap one clockwise, but you wrap the other one anti-clockwise. And so they're opposite from each other. That's taking it really seriously down the line. But that's something I would do with all of my wire wrapped eye loops, especially if I'm making earrings and there's two opposite from each other. For me, it helps with symmetry. Right then, should we crack on and let's have a look at what tools we're going to need for today. Before we get started, let's go through our usual what tools will I be using today. We'll be using round nose pliers, chain nose, flat nose, number one tools at my side at all times, flush cutters, Sharpie pen, and bead size I shall be using today will be between an 8 and 9mm bead. That doesn't really matter the size wise. I'm using these beads because I used them in the bracelet, the cage bracelet tutorial recently, and I thought I might as well make a pair of earrings to go with it. And also you're going to need some head pins, preferably ones that you made yourself after watching the last video. Right then, let's crack on and let me show you how to do a wire wrapped eye loop. For this demonstration, I've decided to use these head pins here that I created where I melted the ends and I hammered them flat. These two look roughly the same size, so I think they'll be perfect for it. So right, let's get on with this demonstration. So take one of your head pins, take one of your beads and slide it down onto your head pin like so. Put that to one side for the moment and get your round nose pliers. Now, as you notice here on your round nose pliers, especially my round nose pliers, I want you to use your marker pen. I want you to place a mark about 5mm down on your round nose pliers. Now, where this mark is going to determine the size of your loop. And also, it's going to determine the size of the neck that you're creating here as well. So obviously if you place a mark down here, you're going to have larger loops and you're going to have a larger neck. So I recommend close to the tip as you possibly can. Like I say, I've come down about 5mm. So place a line in like that. And my recommendation is do it both sides, so you can see it all the way round. And that means every time we make an eye loop now, or wire wrapped eye loop, they're all going to be roughly the same size. So let's pick our bead and our head pin back up, shall we? So before we make our loop, you need to be aware of what is on the base of your head pin. So obviously I want to make a pair of earrings here. So I want that to face forwards. So we need to make sure our loop is facing the same way. So let's get started, shall we? So I'm going to grab the wire right at the top of the bead there. You can see that right at the top. There's nothing left here. I've left no gap at all either side. Everything is butt up with it. I'm going to take that wire, I'm going to push it towards the back of the bead. Have you noticed the same direction? So there we go. That's facing forwards. That's now the same direction towards the back. So this next bit's important. Without removing your pliers, I want you to open them up and turn them. So there's now one of the let's call them arms, I suppose. One of the, or jaws, is on the top there. You can see how I've moved them. I'll do it from this angle as well. I'll change again. So we had it there, like so. I've then opened them up and I've turned them like that. I'm then going to take that wire at the back there, and I'm going to bring it all the way over until I touch the bead, like so. Sticking to my mark as well. You see that? There we go. I'm then going to open the pliers back up again and turn them around so the other jaw now becomes on top. I'm going to close them back up. Again, I'm on my mark. I haven't moved from my mark. I'm going to take this wire here and I'm going to tuck it underneath so it comes out the back. There we go. Like so. And now that's created my loop. There we go. You can see the loop. There it is. At this stage, before we wrap the wire around, I recommend place it back onto your round nose pliers. Take chain nose or flat nose, whatever you feel comfortable with here. I'm going to use my flat nose. Just take that extra second or so and shape that loop. Crimp it a little bit. Shape it round the outside of your round nose pliers. Cool. There we go. We should all be left with something like that. Don't worry if the loop's a little bit out of shape at the moment. We can reshape it as we go along. Right, place your round nose pliers back in again and grip it. Same like how you had it before. Now this is where you take your flat nose or chain nose, whatever you feel comfortable with. Grab the end of that wire. Grab at the end there. You get more control out of it. And then start wrapping it round. Now, you want to pull tight. You want that wire tight, so you want a bit of tension. You can see I got a bit of tension there because that's bent there. And keep wrapping until you reach the bead. There we go. And stop. Let's have a quick look at that. Take that off. There we go. You see, I've wrapped down nice and neat, and it's reached the bead, and it's starting to not quite pull itself in. There we go. Get better in focus there. You can see it's not quite pulling itself in. That's where I'm going to stop. I'm going to take my flush cutters, making sure flat end is in. I'm going to flush cut. See that? Into the bead. There we go. About that. Cool. And trim that off. But we see we've got a little bit sticking out still. Where's the focus? I can't find the focus. There we are, roughly. You can see that little bit sticking out. There it is. So this is where you take your chain nose, like so, and just get in there and crimp it in. And what that'll do is just help force it into that gap and tighten it up towards the bead. And then just sit there and just tweak. And even, oh, you can see it's moved. I'm going to just turn that to the side like that, so they're facing each other. Let's tuck that in a little bit more. There we go. That's how you do a wire wrapped eye loop. Perfect. Right, let me show you again. Let's do two rear earrings at the same time, and let me just show you how to make sure they're opposite from each other. So one going clockwise, one going anti-clockwise. There we go. For this one, I'm going to use these little wrapped headpins that I made. I quite like these. These look really cool. I look forward to having a bit more of these. Anyway, digressing. Let's make a pair of earrings here. Now, this is how I would do it. So I now do my wire eye loops. I'm making a pair of earrings for a craft fair, whatever, for a set. But I want them to be opposite from me. I want the loops to go, the wraps to be opposite from each other. So it's how I would do it. Get your beads on. Like so. Round nose. So I'm just going to go through it all again so you can see exactly how to do it. So I'm going to place them onto the bead. So the top of the bead, top of the wire. You can see there's no wire left down there. That's moving. See, there we go. Take that wire, push it to the back. So open my pliers up, turn them to come over the top. Bring the wire back over the top half of the pliers. Open them back up again. Turn them around. Then bring that wire underneath. And I'm going to stop there for a second. Again, take my flat nose and I'm going to tidy up that loop. That's fine. I'm happy with that. I'm going to stop there and I'm going to do the other one. So again, so you see it again for the third time now. We'll go through it. Gripping. There we go. Like so. pushing the wire to the back. That creates the right angle. Take my pliers out, turn them up. Take that wire again, bring it back over the jaw. I don't know what to call these. I'm going to have to find out a word. Open the pliers back up, turn them around again. Now this time, if you noticed last time I did this, I brought that wire underneath on the inside. I'm now going to bring that wire to the outside. That means when I go to wrap it, it's going to go round a different direction. There we go. Again, stopping for that quick few seconds. Tidy up. I just heard a bead roll across the bench there. Let's have a look at these both before we go any further. There we go. You can now see they're both opposite from each other. Now, let's go do the wrapping side of things. So again, pop back on. Grabbing at the right point. Again, maybe tidy up at this point again if you need to tidy up. Taking your flat nose or your chain nose, whatever you fancy, and start wrapping around. And again, remember to pull tight. You're looking to pull that wire tight to the base, to the core wire. And again, go round until you meet the bead. Stop. Don't trim off yet. Do the other one, because you want to make sure they've got exactly the same amount of wraps. Now I know this is being very anal, but you know what? This was what makes the difference between you and the other crafters, that you've taken that extra few seconds to make sure everything is exactly the same and opposite from each other as well. So again, wrapping round. As you notice, I'm now wrapping round the opposite direction. I'm now going anti-clockwise. I'm going to keep pulling tight, again wrapping down until I get towards the bead, tidying up as I go. Just not happy with that slightly. There we go. I'm going to stop a second, just tidy up a little bit. There we go, that's better. It's got to look good. Now let's have a look at them. Before we trim off, let's see if they're pretty well much the same. A little bit of a gap there. We need to just maybe just being picky. There we go, let's clean that up. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's not too bad. I might just tidy that one up a little bit more. Cool, I'm just going to pull that in a little bit tighter. Cool. There we go. Trim them off. Oh, where did I do my edge cutters? Trim up, and again, taking your chain nose, getting them, crimping that end in so it fits in to the line. There we go. Not too bad. Making sure the loops are facing forwards, because there's going to be some earrings, and do the same with the other one. Again, trimming off. When trimming off, be careful, don't scratch the bead, especially if you're using like fake pearls or something like that are coloured. You can definitely scratch them off. And again, there we go. Go on, get on in, get on in. There we go, nice and crimped. Making sure, let's just make sure that's facing forwards. There we go. There we go. Wire wrapped eye loops that are actually opposite from each other. And now, obviously, attach these to some earring pieces, or charm, or a bracelet, whatever you want to do. But they all, there we go. Wire wrapped eye loops, everybody. That's how you do them. There you go, everybody. Wire wrapped eye loops. Another one of those basic skills you need to get under your belt, and you need to perfect it. You need to practice it. Make sure you're doing it really well, because it's a discipline that will carry on into your work further down the line. It might be something you might not do again, but once you perfected it, I can tell you now that you will take that discipline on and use it in other things. So making sure all your loops are exactly the same, making sure you've got the exact same amount of wraps all the way down as well, and even going as far as what I did to make sure they're opposite from each other as well. One going anti-clockwise, one going clockwise. These little things matter. Well, they matter to me. I know they do, but I'm sure if I can install this into you, they're going to start mattering for you. So yeah, please join me in the next video. And I want to tell you, this is only part 1. In the next video, we're going to do part 2, and it's going to be, again, how to take the wire wrapped eye loop beyond what it is and how to stylize it and make it your own a little bit more, and make it part of the design, because at the moment it's just a functional thing in an earring. What does it look like in a bracelet? What does it look like when using a rondelle bead? So yeah, I'm going to show you how to make a beaded cap with the wire wrap eye loop as well. Really stylize it. I love making these. In fact, when I do all my earrings and everything like that, this is what I do. I don't do the standard wire wrap. I like to do this beaded cap version because it just makes it look so much better. So yeah, please join me in part 2 of wire wrapped eye loops. Can't wait to see you there. It's been great fun, everybody. I look forward to seeing you back at the bench then. Take care. Nice. See you again. Bye-bye. To support this channel and help me keep making more videos, please come on over to join my Patreon, where you'll get early access to all my videos, free downloads of my books and tutorials, and entries into my giveaways and more.